Many fans were upset that The Last Jedi didn't divulge any new information about Supreme Leader Snoke, whose identity sparked theory after theory in the 2 years that followed The Force Awakens. Well, Jason Fry's novelization of the film stepped up to give us at least a little backstory, and that's what I'll be covering today. First of all, there is further confirmation that he was very old. We knew that from the Force Awakens novelization, in which he claimed to have watched the rise and fall of the Empire. He also admits that he was an unlikely leader for the First Order, who probably would have preferred to follow someone like Rey Sloane, Gallius Rax, or General Hux' own father. But Snoke was able to sideline or destroy his competition and take control. I have to imagine Rey Sloane was one of those that were destroyed, because I just can't see her watching the Empire transform into something like the First Order. Snoke's elimination of his enemies meant that the rise of the First Order was not a careful master plan in the same way that the Empire was. It was more like an improvised mess that Snoke demanded to control, and he was able to gain support after he saved what remained of the Galactic Empire from certain death in the unknown regions. We still don't know if Snoke is from the unknown regions, but we do know he is an expert on the subject. Thanks to the Aftermath trilogy, we know that Palpatine felt a calling that led to his exploration of the unknown regions to find long-forgotten secrets of the Force, and it sounds like Snoke knows those secrets. As he rose to become the Supreme Leader, he kept an eye on Luke Skywalker, who was busy researching the origins of the Jedi Order and the mysteries of the Force. Fearing the Jedi would return, Snoke strategically gave some of his own knowledge to Luke in order to confuse him. I get the impression that they met in person or at least had some direct communication, although that's unclear. I just think that's what they're hinting at, since even Han and Leia know Snoke by name and claim him to be responsible for Ben's fall to the dark side. But that's pretty much everything the book gives us. Not a lot, but still some intriguing stuff. I think Lucasfilm is being careful not to get too specific on anything here, and I expect that's because they do plan to tell this story at some point in the future, probably after Episode 9. I've speculated in the past that it was Snoke calling to Palpatine, and that's neither confirmed nor denied here. I do think it would be interesting if that turned out to be the case, and I wonder what would have happened if the Emperor survived the Battle of Endor and lived to meet Snoke. One of the biggest questions I've had about Snoke is simply, how did the Imperial Remnant come to follow him? As I said before, I just didn't see why someone like Rey Sloane, who we last saw in charge of the Empire, would follow this stranger. I'd still like to see this explored further, but the idea that he took control over time through brute force makes enough sense to me. If Snoke really is that powerful, then why not just kill your competition until the survivors are too afraid to follow anyone else? But I don't want to speculate any further, and I'll just keep this mostly about what the book definitely tells us. Do you want to see Snoke's history explored more, or did his death in The Last Jedi kill any desire for that? If they explore it, what kind of story do you want to see? Book, comic, TV series? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you haven't already, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and consider checking out my Patreon page. As always, thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.